We've got a panic on our hands on the 4th of July.
But it's not going to be pleasant. I'll find him for 3, but I'll catch him and kill him for 10.
Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm alone. How are you? Michael is in Amity. Actually, I think he's on the plane, or I don't know where he is right now. He was going to try to get on with the link on his phone, but he might not be able to. But we just didn't want to not show a show tonight because the last couple weeks, last week we had things going on, and next week, unfortunately, there won't be a show. So thanks for being pretty cool about that, because it's been kind of rough lately to get all this in. So how are you guys? How are you? I'm not seeing names, but I'm guessing that's either Sonia or I don't know, but thanks for coming on and saying hi. Michael is heading to Amity with his wife, Juanita. And I believe Rick Vale is there. If I don't know if you guys know Rick Vale, but he's going, and it's the Amity Jaws Fest. Donna, hi. Hi, Donna. Has anybody showed up yet, or already there? Have you seen Rick? Oh, Mackenzie, how are you? I was talking about you a couple weeks ago, wondering where you were. How are you? Hi, Antonio. Nice to see you. Oh, my. I know, right? Mackenzie, how's school? Donna, give me an update about what's going on in Amity. Did some people arrive? They were supposed to go to Martha's Vineyard, and I believe yesterday it started. Yes? Oh, good to hear. So tonight I was just going to have Michael come on, but I sent him a link and let's see if he pops up, but he might not be able to. I don't know where the heck he is. The last message I got, he was, let's see, on my phone. Yeah, he got stuck at the airport. He just made it to New York City and he's catching a flight to Boston. That's where I'm in right now. And I'll try to pop on depending on where we are. So he wanted to say hi. In case he can't come on tonight, we can just talk about a few things. I actually wanted to talk to you guys about Jaws 3 tonight. I know, Victor, you're going to, like I told you, Joe Alves, if you're watching this, we want you to come on. I'm a big, huge fan. And we don't really necessarily have to talk about Jaws 3. We can talk about, set location of, Close Encounters, and of course, Escape from New York, and just Joe Alves, but he directed the movie Jaws 3, and we'll talk about Jaws 3 a little bit tonight. Is there any scene that is your favorite in Jaws 3? So I was wondering what you could tell me what your favorite scene is in Jaws 3. I think mine is the infamous Dennis Quaid induced cocaine fall. I don't know. I never used to be that one until we read that he was, in fact, as he stated on Andy Cohen's show, I might have been influenced under the of a substance. Oh, hi, Milos. How are you? Thanks for coming on. With Fitzroyce, right? Yeah, that was a good one. The water skiing is a really good one too. Another one is the banana boat, although I find it comical. It is pretty funny though, because the way she gets pulled off is just like, yeah, Fitzroyce. And then his I always forget the name of his friend that's his biggest supporter, his biggest fan. What's his name, Victor? You probably know, even though that's not one of your favorites. But Return of the Jedi did come out that year. Great movie. We had Kevin Pike on the show, I would say I don't know how many months ago. If you look back and on our series on YouTube, you can find our interview with Kevin Pike. And he actually worked on the Return of the Jedi, Antonio. He did the work with, when they're all out of Jabba's lair, and they come up, and then there's that, I forget the name of it though, the big opening in the mouth. This, all the Star Wars fans are going to know this, but I forget the name of it. But he did all the effects for that, so that's pretty cool. That was just Kevin Pike that did that. So John Conradi, I heard that you got in a car accident. I'm so sorry. I just saw that. I wasn't on Facebook all week, so if I didn't send anybody happy birthday or miss anniversaries, I'm sorry. Mackenzie, I'm so glad that you came back. We were missing you. I hope school is great. If you're just joining us and you're new, welcome, and welcome to the Jaws family. You're a part. If you just came on, I'm glad to see you on. Usually I have my friend, Mike, aka the Guru. We call him the Jaws Guru. He is with his wife and Juanita, and they're traveling to Amity Island, Martha's Vineyard, where Donna's on here. She's a huge Jaws fan. That's her right there in the corner. And most of them are coming tomorrow. So Donna, if you could videotape, record. I'm sorry, videotape is like so 80s. Record on your phone. If Michael Hayden, I hope Michael Hayden shows up and can do the beach scene again with guitar. That was fun last year because I had a blast last year. The feed of Kathy O'Sullivan came up, which was pretty sad. I saw that the other day. Kathy O'Sullivan, you don't know, she's a Jaws fan. We lost her and miss her. She was a bright light. So I just wanted to mention her. Yeah, you know the scene where they're all on the top and they're fighting, and then Boba Fett comes in, then he actually dies inside and goes inside that pit. I forget the name of the pit, but Star Wars fans will know. So what else is new? Okay, so Jaws 3, my sister Lena is a Jaws fan, and I think she's 39 or 40. And obviously she was born in the early 80s. So she never really actually saw Jaws, but then saw Jaws and fell in love with it. But her first Jaws movie was Jaws 3. And I remember it was me, my mother, God bless her, RIP, my mom, I miss her, took us to see Jaws 3. And I was older and Lena was young. And I remember do you guys remember when we had that 3D glasses and you put it on? Well, Lena was like kind of young, and she's like, I can't get these on. And like, we're watching it, and I'm like, Lena, right? So I grab him, and then that part with the big grouper comes in and opens his mouth. She starts, screaming at the top of her lungs. Lena, if you're watching that, you got to definitely, I remember that too, to this day. Oh my God, poor little thing. But she loved it. She was a Jaws fan. She was like, there's more of these movies. I'm like, this isn't the first one. And then she got into the first one. Here we are. Yes, thank you. I knew it was. Is this okay? Okay, UK. Okay, what is it? UK friend is this of mine? I'm sorry, I can't see your name. It wasn't in 3D there. That's funny because it was all about the 3D and the board, the big poster boards and everything. And I remember watching it. My least favorite scene is when the shark goes through them, when Calvin, and they're all like, that's my least favorite, right? I don't see Victor on here. He went away. I don't know if he's on, but yeah, that's like probably my least favorite scene. But you got to imagine, like it's hard, like as far as CGI and all that, like, and even King Kong way back in the day, with the claymation and stuff. Not everything's going to be perfect. Of course, there's the funny lines in it when sharks, when Calvin Bouchard says, it's mother. His mother's in the park. James Jones Clark. James Scott. Is that you? Milos is all the way in, tell him, Milos, put your name up there. What time is it there now? Anyways, in 1997, they released the Star Wars Trilogy Special Edition. Do you have it? James Scott, I knew it was. Hi, James. He makes me laugh. The banana boat scene. Yes, I do not want to pull up a clip of that because I got banned off Facebook of all the things that get banned off of. I pulled clips of Quint and his USS Annapolis one. I got banned for the freaking banana boat scene. But I was hoping Michael would come on and he would make a little appearance and tell us what's going on. But obviously, Donna just said that it's starting tomorrow. So hopefully we'll have those of you who are attending the Amity Fest, we'll post on Let's Talk Jaws Live and give us a update of what's going on. And I was hoping Rick Vale would come on and just post some stuff for us too, because they're heading up to Martha's Vineyard. So that should be fun. But do you remember it, James Scott? I mean, what's your favorite scene in Jaws 3? There's such great lines in that movie. I mean, you and I laugh about the cocaine-induced fall. That's my favorite now, but I wouldn't have known that. I wouldn't have said that if I didn't know that he was on it. But I think Michael's still probably on the flight, probably just landing, because this is 4 to 5, 5 to 6. No, he's probably just getting off and getting the luggage. So, anyways, on that note, Mackenzie, what was your favorite scene to Jaws 3? Yeah. That actually is a very intense scene. I thought that was shot real well, don't you think? In Jaws 4, the beginning of the movie, and Donna is in this, and we have to actually get the clip, and I'm going to try to slow it down, the editing on it, and we'll have to put Donna up there and point to her and show her she's in Jaws 4. But the beginning, when Sean is, well, I don't want to give it away. I mean, obviously you've all seen The Revenge, if you're not, but spoiler alert coming here. That scene is so gruesome and just, it terrifies me because it's just, I mean, he suffers, in that scene with the arm, and then I'm like, oh, this is going to be good. And I did like the movie, and I still love the movie. I love it a lot. Did I like it better than Jaws 2? No. Did I like it better than Jaws 4? Yes. So that is The Revenge. You got that. The Revenge. This time it's personal. Jaws 19. This time it's very, very, very personal. Hey, Victor, you never came on. Oh, man. Okay. So I can't pull the banana scene up, but if you go on YouTube and you check out Dennis Quaid on What's Happening Live on Bravo with Andy Cohen, and you put in Dennis Quaid, he talks about Jaws, and he talks about him being on cocaine the whole entire movie. He doesn't hold back. So it's pretty funny. And it's very, very, very funny. The third one is, let's see, when Sean, it's hard to watch. It's creepy, it's scary, but it's shot really good. I mean, I really loved it. And when Fitzroyce is in there, and then that cage starts swinging back and forth, and it's just like, that's not the shark. It's the mother of the shark. And then Sandy, oh, and then it ends with the dolphins and the slow motion going up, and la-di-da. The Brody death scene and The Revenge really scared me back in 87. You were 12 in 87, yeah, huh? I don't know how old I was. I think I was graduating. No, wait, I already graduated. I think I was like 19. Wow. 87, great year. We go over that in back in the day, which is another show that we're doing on Facebook. Back in the day, if you haven't checked it out, we go over. I have to actually put the episode up from the week ago that I haven't put on. So we've been both busy, craziness going on in our lives. And just wanted to come on tonight, not cancel it, but just bring you on to say hello. Next week, I won't be on, and Michael could come on live, with just himself. That's up to him. I don't know if he's busy, but I think he's got stuff going on. So I don't think next week we're having it. But I just want to do a little something for you guys tonight. So is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Have you ever been to Martha's Vineyard? Anybody on here? I love Martha's Vineyard. It's gorgeous. Donna lives there. My brother has a house there. So I've been there many times. It's absolutely beautiful. There's the Jaws Bridge, of course, and all the Jaws sites that you can go on tours. Donna gives tours, actually. If you want to take a tour, a Jaws tour, she does tours. You can contact her. And if you ever go to Martha's Vineyard, Donna, where are you? Let me put it all up. You can contact her, instant messenger. And she will give you probably, I'd say, the best tour of the island. She knows her stuff right there. That's Donna. We call her the Queen. The queen, the queen. You will go. You will go. What you got to do is like this, like Donna said, this time of year is the best time because even though it's, I mean, it's beautiful days out right now still. I mean, and we're going into October. So off season's always the best season, unless you book it and you want to save up. I mean, obviously there's like a lot, in order to get into the island, you have to either go ferry or you can take a flight, an express flight from, Boston Logan, which flies you in on one of the small planes and you landed in the airport. I've done that many times. Instead of taking the ferry. I actually used to do that like 3 or 4 times. And then I finally took the ferry and, I actually prefer to take the plane in because, because it's really a lot of money to take a car. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like, I mean, it's so beautiful though. It's so, they don't allow any big conglomerate companies to go in there. I think the only one that they allow is Dairy Queen. Am I right, Donna? They won't allow, so it's not spoiled. It's just business owned from the locals in the area. And just the culture and the art and the restaurants. And it's just, it's beautiful there. It's gorgeous. The beaches. I mean, you've got like 3 to 4 beaches to choose from. I love South Beach. It's my favorite because the waters are calm. And that's South Beach scene is where the Kittner scene was filmed. So when you go, you'll even, and that's right near the bridge. And then where the chief runs up the rocks, it's that one. So that's really cool. JetBlue. Oh, you know what? That's great. If I was anybody, I would take JetBlue because how are they going to land that on? That's funny. That's a short airport, but that's pretty good because it's costly. It's costly. DC now she knows it. Dairy Queen was grandfathered in, but that's why I like Martha's Vineyard, Donna, right? Because I mean, there's no McDonald's, there's nothing, and there's a Stop and Shop. Well, I think close to me, but what other supermarkets are there, Donna? Besides the Stop and Shop that's in Edgartown, I believe that's where my brother is, right up the street. But no chain restaurants, no Outbacks, no Dairy Queens. I mean, no, I'm sorry, no Burger Kings, nothing. Just, owned and operated by the locals. Giordano's, if you ever get to go there, Giordano's has got the best pizza ever. And I think so. What do you think, Donna? Giordano's and the Italian food is amazing. Mwah, superb. And then there's the fudge place that I go to all the time. That the last time I was there, I got lost. Donna was laughing at me because I was on my phone by myself and I was walking around, and then I parked my car somewhere and I couldn't find it. And I had my phone and I'm trying to find it, and it took me like, I don't even know. And Donna's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I don't know, but I just want to sit down and eat my fudge." Then it started to rain out, so I'm walking all around for almost like an hour and a half. In the rain beating down on me. I can't find my way out of there. And then when I finally found out what I did, I just took one small right and I was like, "Where am I?" Oh, Dawn, remember that? And you were like, I'm like, "My phone's gonna die." So I finally got back in like the little the street, like right in the corner where the mayor and the chief meet, and then he tells Hendrix to go, the signs and stuff right there in that corner. If you go straight up the street, I'm okay. So he goes down he goes out of the police station, right? Walks down, you see that big tree, you'll see that big tree. And then you go down the corner and you take a left and you go up. And then there was a restaurant. Donna, when I was there last year, it said closed for the season because of the COVID. Is it reopened? That used to be the hardware store because it was a shirt place and then it turned into a restaurant. I know that because I ate with my brother there and his family last year. But the hardware store, I believe I don't know what it is now. It was the restaurant, but it closed. And then you've got the Murdoch's Fudge, which is, okay, Donna, tell me where Murdoch's Fudge is. The fudge is unbelievable. And I was like, I wanted like 3 or 4 pieces. So I got like, I don't know, like chocolate, what's the light brown one? Oh my God, it was so good. So I sat down in the rain underneath like a way in the corner, like overlooking like, where the I don't even know where I was. Right off of Main Street. And I was underneath a little, what do you call them? thingies above of a store, and I was sitting there on the step eating my fudge, and like, what the hell? Like, this is bullshit. I'm there by myself. It was raining out, and I just sat and ate fudge. I'm like, screw it, whatever. But I was like having the best time ever. Nah, there you go, right there. Thank you, Donna. Oh, hi, Connor. How are you? Oh, hey, what's up? Yes, okay. So it did go back into, it went back, it closed for the season last season, the Port Hunter. And I ate there, and I don't like Brussels sprouts, but my family didn't tell me, but they ordered it. And I thought that was like a Vidalia onion. You know how you have that Vidalia onion served? And I was eating them. And then my niece is like, that's Brussels sprouts. I'm like, no, God, I'm going to be burping Brussels sprouts. They were so fabulous though. But it was pretty, it was not, it was it was just it was a posh kind of like, bougie kind of place. So it was nice. It was fun though. I had a great time. No Denny's at all. Nope. Yeah, they use a small plane, Cape Air, Amira, and some, I forget the other ones. There's Cape Air. Oh, wait, JetBlue. Okay. Yeah, Cape Air. And then I forget what the other, there's Martha's Vineyard Air, I think too. No KFC. Thank God. I know they're gross. Every time I've eaten there twice, I gotten sick. Sorry, but gross. Hey, hi, Jane. How are you? You want to come on? Okay, hold on. I'll pull Jane up. All right, where are you? So we'll just bring Jane on and she'll say hello. It's always good to have two people. You can bounce off each other. But I wish I did, but I like these. These were great. They're so good for you too, aren't they? So yeah, so we're talking about Martha's Vineyard. If you just joined us or you're watching, and Martha's Vineyard, you have to go to. I mean, if you're a Jaws fan, it's amazing. It's just the ferry alone. It's fun. It's beautiful at night too when you're in the water and you pull away, and even during the day, it's gorgeous. So I recommend highly. And if you have to save and book those flights when you can. I think the further out you book it, the cheaper it is, because I noticed that I know a lot about the flight industry, and if you do it that way. If you decide to fly into Boston, so here's another thing: if you want to rent a car, if you fly into Boston, then you can rent a car. And then you'll have a car in Martha's Vineyard, but then you're going to have to take the ferry over. So that's what makes it so unique. You need to take a plane or you need to take the ferry to get over, because there's no way around it. So that's what makes it special. And again, it's all privately owned businesses. It's all locally owned, and there's no big conglomerates in there, which I love. I love the fact they don't have McDonald's there. I love the fact they don't have it. I mean, it's amazing. And check out Giordano's, because they have the best pizza, right, Donna? They're so good. Ice cream. I don't eat ice cream, but that other place that's on Water Street is big. The name of it, Donna. Oh, is he on? Hi, Mike. I didn't know he was on. Hi, Michael. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who Michael Hayden is actually the guitarist at the beginning of the movie. He's actually on. We had him on our show. Please look back at our old shows. We've had a great guests on our show. Michael Hayden, I met him myself. What an amazing, smart, intelligent, such a nice guy. He was amazing. He was so fun, and he just kept doing it for us. And he kept on like going over here, and then we stayed around, and we sat, and he was just so good. And then he played the Beatles, and it was fun. Yes, the ice cream. McDowell's, St. James Scott. Okay, if anybody's on here and knows what he's talking about, McDowell's, what movie is that from? I'm going to give Jane a couple seconds to get ready and before I pull her up, but I'll give you another hint. He says, he chops off the back of his hair and he goes, "That'll be $8." That's funny. Hi, Kelly. How are you? So glad of you to come on. Michael's not here. I think he's probably in the middle of getting his luggage with Juanita, and he's probably, schlepping it over to the island. Coming to America, you got a girl, we got a girl. I love it. Coming to America. What a fun. I did not see the sequel, believe it or not. Are you ready? Jane, just give me a thumbs up on the bottom. Just when you're ready, give me a thumbs up. Okay, we'll wait. Coming to America. Did anybody see the sequel? I didn't see it yet. I don't know why. I just hadn't seen it. But the first one is just amazing. It's the funniest. I mean, it's got some great lines in that movie. So tomorrow will be the, what is it? No Fest, Donna, or just Amity Fest, Amity Jaws group or Amity Jaws group, Facebook. Yep. A lot of people are going to be on there. I don't know if Jimmy Lovato is going. I don't think he is. But Jane Jones Clark is here with me, and she's going to come on, and we're just going to talk and say hello. And here she is. I'm going to bring it up. Hi, Jane. How are you? What's going on? How are you?
I just got home.
Well, I'm glad you're here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
I'm glad you came on.
Yeah, I know you asked me, and I had a doctor's appointment. Well, shoot.
That's fine. I wasn't expecting it. I just wanted to give somebody, because Michael's not here, and he was going to try to get on, but it was like, next week we're not going to be here. So I wanted to do a little something tonight because, all of us getting together, we're good family friends here, and we like to see each other and know what's going on in everybody's lives. Anybody have a birthday or anything that they want to tell us, let us know. Birthday, John Conrad, got into a car accident. I saw that today. I wasn't on Facebook. So
how do I look? Because I've been crying.
You look good. Yeah, just raise this up a little bit more.
I'm sorry?
Raise the screen up just a little bit. No, this way. Go that way.
How's that?
No. Come closer, like your face more.
Well, the only reason why is because I'm blind as a bat.
Hold on. Go down here. I'm gonna let you do that while she's doing that. Get fixed there. Yeah. Antonio, I wish you will. You'll end up going there. You have to. It's a bucket list. That's good, Jane. Yeah. Ready? Okay. Yeah. So Jane's been to Martha's Vineyard and she loved it, right, Jane? Isn't it great? What?
It is probably the first time I went, I was literally just, it was very overwhelming. I felt, and you can see the reflection of my glasses, it felt like a dream because you're on the actual ferry and you're going on it. So it was very, very, very surreal. And I don't know if I ever told you this, but my ex-husband, John, and I, we went and we stayed a week in Boston. We stayed in Worcester.
Worcester, yeah.
I was corrected very, very promptly when I set the hotel reservation. But anyway, we went there. We spent a week around in the area. We went to Salem, which is an awesome place to go to. But we took a day trip. So we drove 2 hours to Woods Hole, got on the ferry. I think we went to Vineyard Haven. This is way before we ever met Donna. So
yeah.
We went to Vineyard Haven and had some pizza and just looked around, and we definitely wanted to go to Edgartown, to see Amity Hall and all that kind of stuff. But it was so surreal. I don't even remember the first visit. I only remember bits and pieces, literally.
Because you get so excited, you're like.
Yes, I mean it was basically like, was I really there? Wait a minute. And you're kind of going, well, I'm not on Xanax yet. I guess we did go. And so it's just exactly like, see right there, that's on Chappaquiddick right there. And I have yet to go up here to take the Chappie Ferry. So that is one of my bucket list things to do the next time I go. I would love to do that. But to go there was 3 things I wanted to see. Edgartown, definitely. Obviously, we rode the ferry because it's such a great big scene in the movie when everybody comes for the summer on the 4th of July and you get that rush, you get that feeling like, man, this is what it's really like. And then I had to go to the Jaws Bridge. That was
yes.
You have to go to the Jaws Bridge. And I had, and I'm going to cry, I know it. I had 3 red roses in my backpack that day. One for Roy Scheider, one for Peter Benchley, and one for my
Oh,
dad.
oh.
And so I'm telling you, I was a wussy about it. Anyway, I go to the end of the bridge. I send John one way. I go to the bridge. I say a little prayer. I said, "Look, Dad, I finally made it here," and out to the ocean were the 3 flowers they went.
Oh, that's beautiful. I
So
never
that
knew
was
that.
a little thank you / memorial. And then the next thing I know, the next time that we go, I get married on Martha's Vineyard. And
You ended
Donna,
up getting married?
we wound up eloping, yes. And it was just John and myself. Donna and someone else was supposed to come and meet us, but my neurotic butt decided to not get married at 11 o'clock in the morning. I got married at 10:45 because I had waited 6 years to get married, and now I'm getting divorced. So, it's not everybody is like that, but still, it was exciting because I'm walking down Water Street with a bouquet in my hand. I made the flowers, I made everything, and took it up there with us.
Where was it? Where did you have it? Like, what was it at, like a restaurant, or what was it?
No, right by the lighthouse, the Edgartown Lighthouse. We were in that little
Oh my God, how
Yeah.
beautiful.
No pictures. No pictures. I didn't wear white. I wore blue. It was very small. It was like what Mel Brooks said in Spaceballs. Do you? Yes. Good. You married. Kiss her. And that was it. And here, 11 o'clock, here pulls up Donna Honig. And I'm like, you missed it. Sorry.
Oh man.
To go to Shirley after that. And really, my official wedding picture is in front of Bruce. That used to be there.
Oh, that's pretty cool, man.
That's what we sent to everybody.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know that. I had no idea about that.
Yeah, weird stuff up my sleeves like you wouldn't believe, girl.
That is awesome, though. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. I as a Jaws fan, that's probably the best thing you could do. I never got married, but I definitely want to have it there. It's almost like somebody always says we're getting married in Hawaii, even though it's like, oh, Hawaii, how unoriginal. I still think it's nice to get married in Hawaii, because not everybody can afford Hawaii, though, so you don't have that big of a party.
Well, that's true. I mean, you can turn your backyard into Hawaii and still have that kind of a feel to it, but it's different when you actually go to the Vineyard. You get that feeling. You feel like you're actually in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I could pull up some pictures of the chief, and what I was listening to, I was going to, but I'm like, no, I can't find any right now. That would have been a great topic tonight, is just Martha's Vineyard and talking about the tourism of it. Donna, what is the name of the? Okay, so you've got, when they get on the carport that takes you over to the other side, when he gets on and he talks to the mayor and the corner, right there, I've been on that, sat above there, right above there, there's like a pub bar above where, and you look down and you can see where it takes the cars out. What is the name of that restaurant, Donna? I know you'll know. But above it, you can sit up, and there's chairs, and you can overlook the water, and you look down, and there's the good old ferry over to bring the cars over. So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, you've got the 4-way intersection when the chief comes out of the police station I was talking about earlier. You see the big tree. Always like the tree. Remember when you see the tree? You're like, the tree. And then you have to do the whole like running down. And then actually, like, I was trying to record it one time. I went live, and I was like running, and I'm like out of breath. I'm like, wow, you must have been booking it, because the time allotted for like when I played it, I wanted to play it side by side and do it like how he did it.
You mean on
he had to walk really fast, yeah, because it was like I had a YouTube up on side by side, and I was just doing it by myself, and he was walking fast, man, to get to where he was. And I finally got over there, and that was the restaurant we were talking about. I ate at, which is the restaurant that was closed for the season. Now it's back open, which was the old the hardware store. Before that, it was like a shirt store or something, right, Donna? I think it was, yeah. Oh, Donna got married in the, oh, wow. See? The Brady Bunch went to Hawaii. Yes, I do. I remember the little tiki. Remember the bad luck tiki? Wait, I can't hear you, Jane. What's going on? Lost your mic. But then also Vincent Price actually just starred on that. Vincent Price was on that. He made a guest appearance on that. Hey, Victor! We were talking about, let's see. So I have updates and coincidences, but you guys are great. Wait, is that Michael? I sent him a link. How you doing, Victor? Hi, Jane Jones Clark. Victor says hi, the Jaws Army. If you're just watching this and you are brand new and you just came on, do not ever feel like you can't post. It might seem like we're a little click, but we're not. We're very friendly and we welcome everybody with open arms because you finally found your people, right, Jane? You find your people. When you like find your people, like you're happy because, you know, you're like, oh my God, there's somebody as like messed up as I am that loves this movie. Your sound. You know what? Right click on the bar above. If you right click on it, you might see the microphone to that. Hold on, I'll bring you down here. You can fix it. Try to fix yours, Jane, your mic. It's yeah. Well, take your headset off. Maybe you can do it through the regular computer. Try now, but now you're gonna have to disassemble the mic that's attached to the computer, unfortunately, because it's not anything on here. I'm looking at the sound's fine, so I don't know what happened with the sound. So I'll wait till you get it back up because I'll hear you. But go on to settings into sound and take your headset off and just use your PC or your laptop regular sound. You're going to have to disconnect from that unless you've got batteries for that headset. You know what it is, Victor? I have had sound problems like since we started this. Oh, I got to learn. I learned the hard way and it sucks because when we do have the mics up and running and then I can't get the audio or, you know, something else comes on, it's a pain in the butt. I've just been practicing to get to know this software. And I did have technical errors again before I came on because they had uploaded the, where do I find the link, Jay? Where's that? Okay. I uploaded it. And then as soon as I came on, it said, you need to upload this. Oh, I hear you, Jane. I hear you coming up. So yeah, you're on. I hear you. Great. Got it going? Awesome. That's great. Yep, yeah. So we're just talking. Victor came on. He said hello while you had that mist of the sound.
Hello,
problem.
Victor.
Thank you so much, Victor. You're awesome. I'm going to take a little editing courses too, so I can get better at it. I love to do it. I just love it. We're talking about Martha's Vineyard. So yeah. So Jane, what's your favorite part of like the whole island? Like, what did you like about it?
Oh gosh, I love Aquina.
Yeah.
I love Aquina. I just like going up there because when we went, there were just the atmosphere. You get to see the cliffs, the lighthouse there. It's just you're like in a different world. Just quiet, peaceful. The drive out there is wonderful.
Yeah.
You feel like you're in another spot, but yet you're not. You're still on the island. So it's just Aquina's, but then when you also go to Menemsha, where you see where Quint's shack was at, that gave me chills as well.
Yeah.
I mean, just to sit there and go, ooh, Robert Shaw stood in. It's just the presence alone.
Yeah,
But
it is. It is.
The more that you go, the more history you find out about the island too. And that makes you fall in love with it as well.
Yeah. I wish I went back when then. I found all the friends on here later on, but they've known each other since JawsMovie.com, Donna.
Right.
And then so they got to see the cabins that Spielberg stayed in, and they all got pieces of the cabin.
I got one.
Oh, you were there at that time?
No, I got one. I got a piece of it.
Oh, how did you get it?
It was a wedding present from the fairy Jaws godmother.
Are you serious? Donna gave it to you?
Mhm.
I want to cry right now. That's
Don't
so
cry.
Yeah,
Don't
but you know
cry.
what? You know what's the best thing about it? You made out with it still, and even though you get divorced, hey, fangula, you still got the Johnson. So yeah,
He was like, "Oh no, you anything that I have with Jaws stuff, I keep it." So,
of course.
and
I was like,
yeah,
yeah.
but I have to say, even though we're getting divorced, and Donna knows this, that he's in love with this island just as well. And it's because of the movie. It's because of the Jaws movie, the Jaws community, the people that we have met over the years. He loves it and he wants to go and actually drive because he has a DOT license. So, and a CDL, he wants to go and be on the island eventually when he retires. Fine,
Mhm.
go. So it brings in people that are not Jaws, you see what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
he loves it. Now she's saying they're all gone. All the pieces are gone.
yeah.
I'll
I
have to.
know.
Maybe I should cut mine up and split it with you, Jay.
I don't know if you would do
Why?
that.
Why? If it's
Uh,
gone, I'm giving you a piece of history. Take it. Don't. You know. Don't.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, I'll get the part with the nail in it. That way you.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I would take. I would take the bug, the bug that was like attached to the piece of the wood. That's what I would take.
Oh my god! Did you
Uh,
see that fly? Steven Spielberg swatted it, and it's still there. Give it to Jay.
I was actually looking through Facebook pictures of John's site. I was going to show the Jaws Bridge with him jumping off jumping off of
Oh
it.
man, yeah, it was a tough.
Um,
That was a tough jump for him. Bless his heart.
did you jump off the bridge, Victor? I didn't want to, nor do I have any desire to.
Mm-mm.
That's crazy.
No.
That is crazy. But it's funny because when Hooper gets off the boat, if you're getting towed, you get towed around there. It shows you where the shark was hanging, and then you'll see that one sign. I think it's behind the barn that's kind of there still, and it's still here to this day. And then I have to bring it back up. I'll bring it up next time, but you just gotta go. You gotta take it. You got to take the tours. Is it Crispin Haskins that did a video on that to Jaws locations, Donna, on YouTube as well? Because I know that David Bigelow did Jaws locations, but I think it was one of the guys that did the Jaws locations book, and then there's a YouTube video also of there's John Campiano and Dave Bigelow that did Jaws locations. I think I don't know. I don't know. Michael, no. That's good to know that. I don't know all
Well,
that.
Michael's fax is not here because
Well,
he's
I
on
don't
the
know.
island.
Now he's gonna, when he watches this, he's going to say, this is this, and or Donna's going to say, Crispin did locations on. I forget. I don't know.
There's a lot of people. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of people that go and do that for YouTube and put it on there, and each time it's still good to watch, no matter who does it.
Yes, and this is another thing. I watched Lou and Yana. I did not know of. I saw them on Facebook, and then I think that Lou had sent me a friend request because he thought he was a Jaws fan. But I think he sends everybody. I think he had like an automatic send friend request to like people that like Jaws. Because when I met him at Jaws Fest, it was just like I tapped him on the shoulder, like I knew him, and he was like, he had no idea who I was, and I was like, "Yeah, you friend requested me." He's like, yeah," and then I was just like, "Yeah," he didn't know. Nice guy, and I met Yana.
Yeah.
Very nice people. And he passed away, unfortunately. It's really sad.
He did, and that really hurt me really bad because there would be days to where Lou and I would just talk to each other on Messenger, and when he got dehydrated doing one of their little DVDs that they would film, and he went to the hospital, and me being in medical like I am, I threatened his life. I said, "You're not doing that again." And I said, if I have to go there to Jaws Fest with an 18 gauge and fluids, I'm sticking your butt. So he called me Nurse Jane the whole time. So I was he goes, "Jane's my personal nurse," and it was just hilarious. So then when I finally got to meet him, all he did was look at me and gave me the biggest bear hug. As skinny as he was, gave me the biggest bear hug there ever was. And that just made that made my whole trip, along with meeting everybody else, like John Conradi, everybody. Just, it was beautiful. He's
That's
sadly,
the dwarf. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, and I like the one that's right on the water there, the 2-story one that my brother. I always forget the name of them.
It's not
That's
Nancy's, but you're not thinking of Nancy's, are you?
Nancy's. Yes, Nancy's. I
Oh,
like
Nancy's. Yeah, Nancy's is awesome.
Oh, you know what it is? When I have social anxiety, I can't be there. But when I'm in the mood to be social, it's really fun. The music, it's when it's packed though, it's like, oh, it's too much for me.
Oh, they have the best French fries ever.
I liked their margaritas weren't bad actually. I had margaritas there.
I
But yeah, Victor, if we go, definitely, I'll take a margarita at Nancy's. We can go to Nancy.
Thank you.
Lou
See,
did that.
Kelly knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, honey, I am the nurse. 18 gauge.
16 gauge fluids. I've heard so much about Lou from John. Yeah, he was a nice guy. He did the Jaws Fest. They were the ones that were they first like getting involved in that. One of the first few Jaws Fests they had, and they used to take DVDs and sell them. The Jaws Fest.
I was in the last one that they did.
I never knew about them until I was on YouTube, and I kept on putting and I'm like, who are these people? And then I was loving it because they were doing the side-by-side thing. And I was like, that's how I got to know them. But I had no idea about JawsMovieCollectives.com. It wasn't until Facebook until I found like all the Jaws sites. And then I was just like, oh my God, my peeps. Yeah. So if you're just joining us, Jane Jones Clark is a regular on our show and part of the team here at Let's Talk Jaws Live. And we're just talking about Martha's Vineyard, and Michael's probably in the midst of getting his bags. I don't know. Are they going to rent a car? Did you even know? Did you talk to him?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him. I honestly forgot they were supposed to be going. To be honest, I've been busy with work. So I guess he could swim to the island. It's only 11 miles, I think. So go ahead, Charlie, swim.
Hi, Cameron. Well, let me tell you something.
Hey, Cameron.
Cameron, on Jaws Live tonight, we're talking about the island, the location, Martha's Vineyard. And we're talking about the fabulous places. If you've ever been, have you, Cameron? It's amazing. We're talking about like the locations when you go there as a Jaws fan, how it is surreal that you're almost like in the daze and you get so excited. You just start like, you're like a little kid, you know, like it's like Disneyland for us, you know, you see.
Yeah.
I took a walking tour and the kid wasn't that good. I didn't know Donner at the time, but I was kind of like, that's it. I was like, what about that? And he didn't even know. I knew more than him. And I was like, but I didn't say it. I'm like, hey, what about that? What is that? Isn't that the ferry that comes over? And he's like, yeah.
Right. Yeah, we could do the tour probably. You and I and a couple of others on this fan page here. I mean, literally, we could probably do it.
Yeah.
No
Hi,
question.
Cameron. Yeah, we're talking about Martha's Vineyard. The location that Joe Alves actually was, if it wasn't for Joe Alves, we would never have the location of Martha's Vineyard. Joe Alves actually designed and he did the book. If you're a big Jaws fan and you have not got the Jaws book yet, Jane, talk to them while I just go grab my book. So.
There's several books. There's several great books to know about the vineyard and the filming of the actual movie. One of them is from Edith Blake. She was kind of one of the very first ones to put one out. She took multiple pictures of behind the scenes of how it was filmed, and it just recently got re-released again. And I believe Michael, who is the big guru on our channel here, had did a chapter or a foreword or something. And then there's another one, obviously the Jaws log. There we go. That's Edith Blake book right there. This is for the 45th anniversary. So it's got a lot of detail in there, pictures that nobody has ever seen, stories that no one's ever known, and it's just really a good behind the scenes a book. Another one is called the Jaws log. That's by Carl Gottlieb. He was a screenwriter at the time with the movie, and not only that, he played Meadows, who was the newspaper journalist on the island as well. He was I spoke with him a few months ago on this show, and he is just a delight in my eyes. He was just really funny. That's another good book. But the one that I'm really happy to have, and it's my prized possession, that I've even had Joe Alves sign. I've had Susan Backlany sign it from Chrissy. I've had Robert Shaw's sister Joanna, who was at Jaws Fest, sign it, and it's called Memories from the Vineyard, the making of the movie, I think it is. Anyways, by a good friend of mine, Jim Beller, and I believe it is. I can't think of Matt's last name. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm blonde. Hello. But anyway, if you ever really want to get deep down, that's my book of choice. I was fortunate enough to get the hardback. I also had a piece of the Orca that was sold to them to cut into 1-inch pieces, and you got a number of a book. You got this piece of Orca, the second Orca, the sinking Orca. It also has a film video or DVD in there of how they kind of filmed the Kittner scene with the dummy doll. A lot of people don't realize that it was supposed to be a dummy doll with the shark attacking it, and it didn't look right, and they had to readjust. So all these books are very good. All these books are very good, talking about the behind the scenes, what they had to do, the time limits, all the frustration Spielberg was under with the studios, and how he wanted to quit, he didn't quit. All that is very good in all of these books. Matt Taylor, thank you. Whoever said Matt Taylor, thank you. I apologize to Matt. But yes, that book is really great. So yeah, we're talking about the fictional island of Amity. So when you go, you actually feel like you're on that ferry when you go. Honestly, just my mom, we took my mom back in 2017. She'd never been up into the New England states ever. Mm-hmm. And just as soon as we had her on the ferry, she didn't even know the sucker was moving. She was like, "When are we leaving?" I said, "We're halfway there." She's like, "I didn't know we were moving." And she hates boats. She hates boats, but she loves this ferry. And when she got there, she fell in love with Martha's Vineyard. She actually fell in love with Donna, but who doesn't?
Donna is such a nice person. She welcomes everybody with open arms. What I love about her. Yeah, she really does. So yeah, the Jaws log that you just mentioned, I have that too. The Jaws and Jaws older book, I have the old Jaws 2 book that I found at a yard sale one time that I got it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Then we got Michael's book. Michael's book.
Yep.
The making of a Hollywood sequel. And while I'm talking, I'm trying to like reload these pictures here.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, Michael's book is very detailed as well, with Lou helping him because they really got together with the Jaws 2 kids. Mm-hmm. And, part of that was also filmed in Martha's Vineyard as well. So Cameron says, I also want to get the book about the Jaws sequels. I forget the title. Well, we just told you about one. That was Michael's. She's going to pull up the picture up for you here shortly. I had the privilege of sitting with him at SharkCon and kind of being his wingman and trying to sell the books for Juanita and him.
That was cool, fun. Though.
That was fun.
Cool.
That was fun.
This is a book. Oh.
I would do it again.
Oh, I should have my glasses on. Huh? Yeah. So, okay. Let's see. I'm going to bring up the other book here. This is Michael's book, Michael A. Smith's book.
There it is.
Yeah, that's it right there. Let's see. We'll bring Eugene down. Bring me down.
Nice. That's nice. Oh, Peter Spidetti right there with his Jaws memorabilia.
This is he owns that. Okay.
I know, Ida. I know.
Yeah. Not only I'm going to tell the new guy that just joined us. Cool, Cameron. You're a part of the family now. Come back every week.
Oh. You're part of the clan. Sorry.
Yeah, Matt Taylor. Thank you, Matt Taylor. Yeah,
Matt Taylor.
Thank you. Yeah. So this is if you don't know, when they have the Amity Town Hall, it's the Town Hall. It's actually the
It is.
Town
It
Hall.
is. Yes.
This is actually was above it. in the area, inside of it. So he's got the sign. That's the actual sign. Can I make ourselves smaller or put him on the top maybe? Or maybe bring down Michael's book. Yeah, bring down Michael's book for a second. Like there we go, right there. So that's pretty cool. Not only does he own that, but he's got the Jaws 2 towable shark actual fin.
Mm-hmm.
And when you were a kid, you in the pool, you used to do this.
Yeah, we used to do this all the time. And go,
His name is Bruce.
go like
So we
this.
said-
I'm a shark.
But we said Jaws. We didn't know his name was Bruce then. We were like, Jaws is going to get you. If you say that now, we can't say it, right? Because Cameron, who's new, what was the name of the shark that we don't call him Jaws? What was his real name? I'm sure you already know this. Well, let's hear we'll give you a little trivia. Everybody knows it. Let's see. Victor, he visited the Kelly house where the crew stayed in. I never got to see that, actually. I know where the Kelly house is. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't get a chance to go to the Kelly house. Actually, we were supposed to go to dinner to the Kelly house, and for some reason we sat outside. They never came and got us. So I had potato chips for my dinner on my wedding night.
Stop it. Stop.
I'm like, what the hell, man?
That must have been a sign right there, Jay. That was a sign right now. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, you're probably right. But it's okay. It all worked out. No, not that book. It's about Jaws 2, 3, and the Revenge. The book was read, and I forgot the title. I have no idea, Cameron. If we,
I don't know, there's a bunch of books out there, but I just want to say, Dennis Prince, who's actually represents Joe Alves, you know that. Here I go, a little ass kissing again. And then obviously, I forgot my Jaws barrels came in from Mick. I got the Jaws barrel. The what size is it? This one, and then I got the keychain one. I got one from me and my sister keychains, 3 of them, and then I got a Jaws barrel from Mick Cashman. Oh God, it's not even with me, but this is
turn around.
Joe's book. Joe Alves' book. It's awesome. It's amazing because he goes from like he's all the sketches, all the schematics and sketches, and
it's bigger than you are.
Yeah, it's huge. It's so big. Can you see it?
Yeah. Bring it down a little bit, Jay. Bring it down, down. Perfect. Look at that. Look at the sketch right there. That must be Ben Gardner that's looking at the shark right there. Yeah. Look at that. That's awesome.
Really cool. Yeah, it is. What was this in the corner right here?
Let's see.
Yeah.
See right here? Yeah, that looks like it's Ben Gardner, or maybe that's when they're chumming and the shark pops up with the Scheider. Maybe that's what it is.
Then you've got these amazing pictures. Oh, look who it is. Oh. Okay, Bob Matty. Bob Matty.
Oh.
Yeah, Bob Matty. Bob Matty. The picture of Bob Matty right there. Remember 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea?
Yes.
Yeah, Jane knows all this. If you don't know, there's Bob Matty. He actually helped Joe with the design of it because he was so into when first technical props were coming up. He designed the Walt Disney 20,000 Under the Leagues.
The giant, the giant squid. Yeah. The giant squid for 20,000. Yeah.
And then there's another picture of them. I don't know if you can see it or not. How's that one?
That's good. That's a good view right there. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good view.
It's huge. Look how big it is. I mean,
yeah,
it's amazing. And you've got all this in the back.
Yeah, I'll have to get that book. I don't have that one yet.
It's really cool. He'll show you. I mean, he shows you how he came up with it and draws it. And you'll see all the sketches. Oh, and then you've got the boards. The sketch boards, you know how they make a movie and they have to do each sketch board. So
the storyboards right there, and the sketch. My niece was Jim Beller got one on his hands on like a copy of one anyway, and we gave it to my niece for her 16th birthday.
Shut up! Really?
Yeah, I've got it here. I keep all the Jaws stuff that I get for the kids because they're not getting it until they get their own home. So she has lots of stuff.
No, you're right, because they'll lose it. They'll lose it.
And right, but and another thing, I'm like, she's got a hat signed by Jeffrey Voorhees, and it says I'm the dead Alex Kittner. I'm like, she's like, and she just stood and said, "Well, ask him a question." This is all she did for 5 minutes. And he's talking to her, and she's like, "Okay, okay," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" Just he was very, very kind to her. He was very kind to her.
Yeah, I seen Joel's, and that next to my boyfriend, and then I had to move over, and I'm like, switch sides. I get his autograph, but I had a crush on him. I know he's married, and this is no disrespect, but I still have a crush on him, and I know that he's married. I think his wife was sick, so I hope she's better.
Well, we wish her well then.
Yeah, I hope she's well. Storyboards, yes. What did I say? Sketchboards.
Sketchboards, yeah, the storyboards.
I have a couple of storyboards autographed by Joe. You do, Kelly? That's awesome. See, now I need him to. I need him to sign that book that I have. I have just this one Jaws book. I'm in Boston. The rest of them all. I have Michael's book, obviously. The bunch of them are all at my apartment. I got Joe's book here, and the other one, this one, I've got home. I love this one. This is the best too. If you haven't read this book, this is awesome. The pictures that are in here, nobody's seen for like 46 years, right?
40, about 46? That, yeah, about that. Yeah. And we had my husband John and I. We had actually met Edith Blake by accident, and didn't know who she was, on the island.
Where'd you see her?
She had a beautiful dog, and I can't remember what kind of a dog it was. I think it was a collie, but anyway, she was walking her dog, and I remember the dog's name was Mimi. And my husband, when he sees a dog, he's just like a kid.
You got a great memory, like wow. Mimi.
So Mimi was the dog, and so I think this was our first trip, and she goes, yeah, I wrote the book about, the making of Jaws. My name's Edith Blake.
Oh
and
my God,
when she said it, and when she said it, all of a sudden I just went. And so when we got back, we went to a used bookstore and got one of the copies. It was a paperback, but we got the copy. So when we went to Jaws Fest, she signed it for him.
See, that is like, I believe in serendipity, because that's like a serendipity moment,
It was it was. And when she signed it, we even asked her, how is Mimi? And she looked at us going, how did you remember the dog's name? I go, we just did, because we took pictures of the dog with her, and it was just so great to have that moment. And it was like nobody around. We just ran into her. And this happens when you go for a visit. You don't have to have a special event. You just go.
You just go. Yeah. Just go. Yeah, and meet up with friends.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I was hoping Rick Vale is there. I was hoping he was going to come on and share some footage with us, but I haven't heard from him. Edith Blake is a legend. Kevin Pike, yes, another Kevin Pike situation. He did come on the show. If you have not seen the interview with Kevin Pike, you have to. Kevin Pike is a legend.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. He's not on here now, but if you're watching this, Kevin,
if he's watching later, he'll watch him.
Kevin actually has got a huge resume. Emmys, special effects, directing, you name it. But he was a local, and he was living there, and he found the sketches because he left them behind. You have to hear the story yourself. Go watch the episode with Kevin Pike on Let's Talk Jaws Live.
Right.
Good point, Victor. Thank you for bringing that up. He was so honest that, Joe Alves gave him a job. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Yep. So. Was Keith? Did Keith come on? I thought I saw Keith come on here.
He was on there, but I don't know where he is now. Because I seen him say, "Hey, Jane," and then he was gone. Poof, gone. So
no, I haven't had him sign it because he didn't have it in when I saw it. When I met him, it was 2012. I had not got to have him sign it yet. Look at the Madonna. That was okay. Kevin's got a great career, and he's still thriving right now. Victor. Oh, hi, Keith. How are you?
There he is. Hey,
you came on with us, Keith. We're just talking about Martha's Vineyard, the locations, and how a bunch of people are meeting up for Amity Fest to Martha's Vineyard. If you are just watching our show and you're new to it, and you've never been to Martha's Vineyard, and you want to get a tour, contact Donna, Honig, Donna, and you can instant messenger. She is the best. She's the best tourist. She knows everything. So, and the locations and all that, she knows everything about it. We're talking about locations of Jaws. We're kind of all over the place. and we're talking about books of Jaws. And Michael, who's also on the show, is currently heading down. I don't know if you heard from him yet, Donna, but he's heading down to meet up with all the friends. It's a friend fest, we call it, not a Jaws fest, but a friend fest. And so we obviously we couldn't have him on tonight because he's probably still schlepping his luggage somewhere, Jane. They're probably miserable too. And when you get off all that, like for me to go to Arizona, then to, get the car, and then I had to come here to my house, and then I drive all the way up to Woods Hole, and then I got on the thing and I drove it. I mean, I was just like freaking exhausted.
Oh, I tell you what, you have to get we parked on Palmer Street, the lot there. And then we got on the bus to go to Woods Hole. Now, it's fun during the day. At nighttime, when everybody's coming off of the ferry, that's an adventure, let me tell you. That's an adventure. Right there.
Well, we were looking at memories last year, and I had my hair dyed pink, had my mask on, because not many people went because of COVID. It shut it all down. So I went, and I got a really nice video that I had on there. That was pretty cool because I looked at it in my memories from Snapchat too. And I was like, what was I thinking when I dyed my hair pink? What the hell? And I couldn't get it out.
Because you were trying to have fun. That's what you're supposed to do in life.
No, I was off from work because of the COVID. Obviously, I was laid off. So I wanted to take advantage of all the things I can't do for my job that I can't do. So, so I dyed my hair pink, and I was wearing all kinds of crazy blue, black and red nail polish stuff.
I tell you what, Keith is on here saying that he wants to eat at Jeffrey Voorhees restaurant. It's the pub or the wharf. I'm sorry, it's the wharf. And it's really cool because there's a picture of him on there, and just he says, "Oh yeah, that's me right there getting killed by the shark. There it is. You want to see it? It's in the corner." And he'll take you to it. He's
a nice guy. I heard such great things about him. Hey, I'm so sorry, Cameron. I did not know that. Our apologies. Sorry about that. It's so funny because you just first person that comes on, you got your name up there. Everything is right. Because usually everybody's like, I can't get my name. I got to do whatever. But every time you come on here too, it might not show up. So you have to go back on that link. I don't know why they do it. You know what it is? It's for security. It's for security people. And they do it because somebody can hack you with a live line like this. So that's why they stop it. And then you have to do it again because you don't want your hacked. So yes, the restaurant.
Yeah. Donna says that Mike is an hour and a half from the boat. He may not make the last boat to go over.
What? Are you serious?
That's what she says.
So they came into Logan and then rented a car then, obviously, and drove down to Woods Hole, right?
Driving down, obviously.
Wait, so they had a reservation, but they're not making it, or did they go on the waiting list? That's weird. Man, that's okay. When Mike comes on later on, I guess it's like hi. But it's almost 8:00 now. We just wanted to come on and say hello. I'm Jane. Thank you for joining me. And
I know it was late, but okay.
It was good because I bagged you better with two people. I think it's better with two people because you can bounce off each other. I notice how hard it is when you are by yourself. It's kind of
it is. Yeah, but I bounce every time I walk, so it doesn't matter. So, but I mean, if I can if I can get on here, I will. More than happy to answer any kind of questions or talk or BS or whatever. You know how I am, girl. So I'm happy to do it.
Yeah, so we did come on tonight, and then I had technical problems again, even though Victor said, yeah, Jay. Always something going down with me. I'm no freaking Werner Fields, but let me tell you something right now. As Lord as my witness, I will be like another Werner Fields. You know why? Because I'm going to go to school. And I'm going to be like Werner Fields. I'm going to do editing. I'm going to learn it.
And you're going to get that Oscar. And you're going to get the Oscar.
Oh, I don't know about that. I would be happy with like a People's Choice Award or MTV Award. Yeah, right. You never know. We're just gonna send you one of those little golden statues and say for editing. I'm just gonna mail it to you. I'm gonna get it from the party store and just mail it to you. I have to tell you, Michael and I already have this like thing that we've already planned, and we don't tell anybody because we want anybody to steal it. But we have these little things, and we don't want to. We already named it, and we're going to do that. But I've been putting that off because he wanted to go and get them all like in great. I'm like, no, it's not happening. This is going to cost like a lot of money. But I don't want to say anything. But the first person recipient that's going to get it is Keith. So that'll come. That's going to be cool. And if you're hanging around and you're watching our show, we will watch you. We will see you. We will like notice you. And we love you. And we thank you for joining us. We're all a happy big family here.
I mean, and that's very. We are a family. I mean, literally, because right now, Kelly Devlin, that's on here. She's now my Scentsy guru right now. It's like crack for me. So I've got all kinds of scents going on in my house right now. I'm gonna have to call her to get some more. So
Kelly is cool. I love it. It's like there's very few I call us the 3%. We're like, we should have 3% buttons on our thing. We're like very low percentage of, because if you go on the stats, like I read them on Facebook, it shows you what is the gender, and it shows like, I think it's like 3% of us and the rest is all male. Like, but so it's like Kelly and Donna and you and Mary Lee and Mackenzie. Who else am I thinking of? Oh God, the other girls that can't come on all the time, but they're also Amity Page. Yeah. God, she does a podcast too. Misty Torres, Jimmy Lovato. I mean, I could go on and on. I know all of everybody. But this guy's been here from day one, and we absolutely love him. And I didn't want him to put that up. I just wanted you to put up Jane and right here. Okay. Look at that. That's cute. Love you too, Janie. But yeah, Victor, I don't know. That's a good question. And I forgot. I don't even know if we even did that. Oh my God, Michael, if you're watching, did we do that? I don't know. We were supposed to count it. I think it was the 38th comment. I'm not sure. Could be wrong. Don't quote me because you guys look back and say, hey, how was the 38th comment? Where's my press? I don't know. Michael, if you're on, mention it. If not, we'll find out. We are family, Antonio. I love the fact that you guys come every week, and sometimes when you can't make it, we're cool too. We know you can't, but it really means a lot to us. And it's cool because you got your people, you got us, and we're just happy you're here. I'm just having fun.
Absolutely.
We didn't want to cancel because we got things like next week I go training. I won't be here Thursday night. Oh. But if you Michael want to go on live on the web on the live site, there's a live that you can do through Facebook with two people. I always try to tell Michael, but he just goes on live. But it's actually on YouTube, Janie. If you want to do it with him, then you're fine. You can do that too. Next week I have training, so. I can't.
This is the way I look at it. If I got enough time, I mean, if I know enough time, I will prepare. I will get dressed up. I will do the flamenco. I don't care. As long as I get noted, I don't care. I'm more than happy to come on here with everybody, with the family or framily. That's what we are. We're friends and family, framily.
Fanatics.
And exactly. Fanatics. And just, have a great time. I don't care. I'm all for it.
Yeah, I love it. I love the fact that I make a video too. I had to change that video, not this week, but the week afterwards. And then it has a bunch of all of us, not us in it. I left Michael and I out because we have enough of us on here already. But it was the Jaws video that everybody sent me pictures of them. Even Victor, I was like so surprised because Victor never wants to be on camera, but he sent me that cool video. And now I'm trying to find it before we end the show. So I answer some questions, Jane, while I try to find that video.
Okay, I'll try and find it. Victor, you're just too kind, man. You really are, and I appreciate it. I love you guys so much. And if Keith is my brother. Let me tell you right now, we have such a great time. And here's another good thing: we have people from all over the world that come and listen to us and talk and tell us what they love most about the movie. And it's great to have that connection. So Cameron, we know it's late. It seems like, I don't know where you're from, but we're glad that you joined us. So come back again, doors open. Antonio, we love you. Victor, you do the truth. I know you do, honey. I know you really do. It's just so much fun. It's so much fun that I can actually hear it is so many years later and be a part of something that I never thought I ever would. So yes, no, Cameron, we can see you. We can see your comments. It's just sometimes they go by too fast before we can see them. So no, darling, we notice that you're there. Please come back. We love to have new people. Tell your friends, tell your family, come join us. We don't bite much, but just come on, we're we're a fun group. But no, Cameron, we do see your comments and we appreciate it. And please, anything you want to right there, see, anytime you want to come on, so come on. And she's playing the going out music. That means our time is up for tonight.
Connor.
Yeah, Connor, I know. Thanks, bud. So yeah, anytime, girlfriend, let me know.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll probably get posts from Michael during the week. If you want to check back on the Jaws live page, I'm sure he'll do some live, not live, but maybe even video, do some videos for us. If we did a live though, Jane, that'd be cool. Because because last year, remember when I did a live, you were like, everybody was excited because everybody was on. It felt like you guys were all there with me. You, Keith, John. Correct. I was in Sharkies. Remember that? So so if you come on, Michael, get some live videos so we can see everybody. Rick Vale. Thank you everyone for showing up and saying hi to us. And thanks, Jane, again for coming on.
You're welcome.
We won't see you next week, or we might. We're not sure, but we're not going to tentatively say it. But
fingers crossed, fins up. Matt,
fins up.
Sorry we missed you, Matt. He's on here, but
well, Matt is on. Matt Hindenburg.
Yeah, Matt just came on. Yeah,
hi, Matt.
So
see him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And mom says good night, girls. So
fins up. Oh, there's Matt. Hi, Matt. Oh,
hey,
good.
Matt.
Jaws Army. Yes, Jaws Army. Thank you, everybody. If you're just joining us again, Sam Steves that just came on. Hi, Sam. Thank you so much. You are awesome, Victor. If it wasn't for you, you've been here since day one, and we appreciate it. And I'm so happy I have you all as my friends. Love you all.
All right. Have a good night, guys. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye. Good night.